Hello, ineffable being. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing, wonderful, magical day. I want to share with you first that you are a genius. You are special. You mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is results of living through the heart. So, this one was actually requested from my partner, my wonderful Juliet. And no, literally, like, her name is Juliet. So the results of living through the heart. I didn't ever thought about it as along my journey of creating my topic list. Like it didn't really dawn on me to share such a thing, but I understand 100% why she came up with this topic, and now I accept it 100%. And I do believe it's an important thing. If this is your first time on this channel, well, you're now currently watching topic 143. I release one topic every single day, and this is topic 143. Almost halfway, probably like 1/3 of the way throughout the year. And on every topic, I've touched literally every topic is different, but my message, the underlining message or the umbrella is the same. Live through the heart, create an elevated emotion. So I do think it's fair for me to share what happens along this journey. What do you start to do? And to do this, because there's so much, I mean, I could talk about this for hours. And in the future, I'll do a live, just literally just breaking it down from day one to that present day of everything. But I like to keep my videos fairly short, so I've made a little bit of a list, and I'll read it to you so we can. I'm just adding one more thing that came to mind. And I'll read it to you so we can get an idea of all the things that I'll talk about. So, health, finance, living my dream, intelligence, sexual transmutation, love, ineffable, personal development. So I'm going to go through these as fast as possible, and in the future I'll definitely break these down a lot further. So, first, health. So I started living through the heart. And I did this in lieu of creating the life that I want. So having been living through the heart for like maybe a month or so, I was like, okay, so I want to get to point B from A as fast as possible, and my consciousness changed, my thoughts changed because I'm creating an elevated emotion. So that means I'm creating a chemical reaction inside my body consciously, and the brain has to reflect this new chemical state. So your thoughts automatically change. Not automatically, but it doesn't take a long time. So from one day to the other, I remember I started eating spinach daily, and it's been like 3+ years, I think 4, and I don't miss a day without eating like I think it's like a full bag of spinach. It's a couple pounds. It's like 2 to 3 pounds of spinach. I juice. I put plantain, ginger, water. That's the base one. Sometimes I add beets. Sometimes I add mango. I switch it up, but that's the base. 2 plantains, spinach, a whole lot of it. 5 cups water and ginger. That is my to go. So with health, I've learned a lot from health. Again, I'm trying to keep this video short as possible. But what I can say that as I'm 100% vegan, it took me over a year to accept to be 100% vegan, but I've been determined since the 20 was it yeah, it was the 2020 Super Bowl, which was the Patriots and I can't remember who. But since that day, that was the last day. That was like my despedida in Spanish, my goodbye party, my farewell party to meet. So I went to the Hotel Intercontinental. I got a burger. I had wings. I mean, I had a bash, right? I had a blast. But that was the last day. So that was what? I think it's February 12th. Keep me honest here in the comments. But it was basically this last Super Bowl in 2020. That was the last day that I ate meat. And since then, I've been vegan, and the results are amazing. I literally like in my so we know glazed donuts. Imagine every time you eat, like I have one of my juices or my breakfast that's a bowl of fruit or a glass of water. Every time I consume something, there's a layer. Like a glazed donut has that shiny layer, but imagine a shiny layer over your mouth, that you can glide your tongue on the roof of your mouth and you feel like this glaze, and it just relates to like health and wellness. Like I bit my lip by accident, and like in 24 hours, like the lip was like recuperated, it was closed. I mean, just amazing results. I work 15 hours a day, I sleep 6 hours, I give 1 hour to my girlfriend. The rest of the time, if I'm like, I kind of rest, I'm just maybe meal preps, but I'm a busy person. And I wake up full of energy, and I'm just like, I'm stronger. I know I shine like a diamond, and I just feel amazing. So finance. My finances are on top of the world. I save money like crazy. I've been able to see what I need to spend money on, what I don't need to spend money on. I incur debt like 100,000 lempiras. I'm in Honduras, so that's the unit of currency here. But that's a lot of money here because in my corporate job, because I do maintain a corporate job, I make roughly like $600 a month, a little bit less. I get paid 98 lempiras an hour, so that is about, it's basically less than $4 an hour, if I'm not mistaken, because 25, let's make it 25. Yeah, so it's less than $4 an hour I get paid, and I incurred 102,000 lempiras in debt. That's about one, two, three, four. That's like almost $4,000 in debt during quarantine. By April 2020, I had, let's just call it even and say $4,000 in debt. And now I have 100% paid off my debt. So, I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. That is an amazing, amazing accomplishment. So, my finances are better than ever. I can manage my money. I treat myself really nice things, and always have like an overabundance of money when I need it. It's just there, and it feels amazing. My mind is just like, I have a vision. My vision is to help elevate the collective consciousness. So my money is going towards that. So I'm just very blessed financially, and living through the heart again. It's part of that, like changing your thoughts without even having to think. Right? It's amazing. It's a miracle, honestly, and it's just guided me the proper way to handle my finances. It's almost like, we talk about like the devil on one side and God on the other side. Well, I like to just say it's like my higher consciousness versus my lower consciousness, just guiding me towards the great things. So it's a blessing. Living my dream, that's one of them. Before living through my heart, well, a little bit, yeah. Before living through my heart, I already wanted to help elevate the collective consciousness. Why? Because along my journey, and that all started whenever I had my first awakening. Our first awakening is when we become conscious of the fact that we can be conscious. So this was a very turbulent time for me. There's obviously not that much information on the internet. A whole lot of it is a whole bunch of nonsense, and a whole lot of it is just hot air balloons. Even some of my masters, I I used to listen to their stuff before I was living through the heart, whenever I was in the paradigm to not think is to best think. And their information, their words would relate in my brain and would validate that current X paradigm. Why? I mean, that's the toughness of life. So part of that was like I always wanted to live my dream, and my dream was to help elevate the collective consciousness, bring intelligent conversations about consciousness, about the brain, about dreams, about you know sober sober unconscious hallucinations. Like you're walking through your day and your brain just like fires off more vivid stuff about your external world. And I mean, I call it hallucination, right? It's more visceral. That's all it is. You can see what's not physical, and to me it's always like symmetrical symmetry and just beautiful stuff. um so I used to think I needed the money. My whole goal was, okay, I need to work, 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 save money, do some investments, do this, this, and that. And then when I have the money, I can have a platform. But living through my dream, I got pushed into like, you know what? Like, why am I waiting? Like, if it's my dream, like, I believe dearly, and I forgot who I heard this from. I think it's Steve Harvey. But your dream is going to make way for you. But if you're doing it how I used to, you want to be a singer, a ball player, a artist, I don't know, whatever you want to do, chances are you're trying to think it in reverse. You want to go after the money, so then creating your dream is easy. But one day I just woke up with my partner, and I'll get into her in a little bit, and I just started, like, one day it hit me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start creating daily videos about living through the heart. And that then resulted in me creating a monthly masterclass. And now I have my Instagram. I post daily. I post 2 videos, one topic in Spanish and then in English. So it's 2 videos daily, 2 quotes from my mentors, and the weekly notification of the monthly masterclass. I mean, I'm everywhere. And like, I woke up the day of my birthday, actually. So May 19th, 2020, I had like about a month already sharing content. Like, I've had like 30 topics released. And I woke up that day and I was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes me to have a outstanding amount of followers or a big audience, because like, this is my dream, this is my passion. I'm gonna do this forever. And I have, like, one, I'm holding it in my brain, so that makes me a lot more powerful than anyone else. And then secondly, like, even if you're not living conscious, if you dedicate your whole life to one thing, like, you're going to yield results. Sure, it might take 10 years, but again, I woke up the day of my birthday, May 19th, 2020, and I was like, wow, like, I'm doing this the rest of my life. Like, I don't care if I don't make ads on YouTube, or like, I just don't care. Like, my dream isn't the money. My dream is to share my content. So that's been something that's a whole topic on itself. But now I am living my dream. Intelligent. So your brain just gets better. Like, your brain just gets so amazing. So I'll give you this example so you can understand me. Um, a lot of the times, for many of us, whenever we remember a song, it's usually just the feeling, right? Like, we get this cloud, it comes in your brain, but whenever it's not audible, but it's enough for me to be like, oh, that song, what's that song called? What's that song? So, and me and my girlfriend talk about this all the time. Just the other day, she was telling me how, like, she'll just be walking, having like a regular day, and then all of a sudden, like, her brain is playing the meditation music we listen to for like minutes on end. That's magic. Like, that's powerful right there. But for you to understand, um, imagine your favorite song playing in your head for like a minute, like the full lyrics that you can like literally write down each word for like a whole minute. Like, that's powerful to me, because before living through the heart, like, sure, some days, like, I would hear, like, the unconscious brain would present like a couple words of a song, right? Like, you're walking to the park and you'll just get a glimpse of that song. You'll get like 3 words, but it's still not even enough to remember the full title. But what you do is, like, you Google those like 5 words on Google, and then boom, that song, you find the song. Well, imagine your brain for like a full minute literally playing to you almost a full song. That's just like one of the ways you can see how like the intelligence has expanded. Also, my memory is amazing. My memory is amazing. I listen to like an article, I read an article. I like to read medical journals. I read them about meditation, the positive effects of placebo effects, neuroscience, epigenetics, etc. And it's like, I read this, and then boom, like the next day I'm telling you about it, and it's in my brain. So that helps me obviously in my journey. I mean, I can just go on and on with this, but this is just a couple things. Um, Sexual transmutation. This is huge. If you're a man, then listen to this. Imagine being able to stop your orgasm by breathing. That's A. That's one way I've done it. B. Imagine being able to. There's a point in your body. Now, I'm not going to tell you where it is. If you want to know, you can sign up to my membership and, to my coaching. Email me to my email. It's on my YouTube channel, and I can coach you, not just in this, but, holistically, how to bring a better life. But there's a B to stopping an orgasm. No, the ejaculation. And there's a point in the body that you can push that literally, like, you're gonna have the orgasm, and you're gonna have, it feels like you have the ejaculation, but the semen does not like come out, does not expel. So I mean, that's amazing. Like, think about that. Like, that's magic there. And there's another way, which it takes using the brain. I can create a certain sensation in the brain whenever I'm about to ejaculate. I turn it, I do this, and then I don't ejaculate. But, So what happens? Obviously, I can last longer, more pleasure. About the health benefits, it's like unsurmountable how much health benefits there is to not ejaculating. I'm a very, very sexual person, very horny. My partner's beautiful. I'm not a monk, because I mean I do have sexual relations. However, I'm not ejaculating all the time. But this was all brought to me. These secrets, these knowledge bombs, in these ways, were brought to me just by my intelligence. I guess elevating my consciousness, living through the heart. And just for so you know, man and woman, if you're listening to this, um, there's a difference. First, you have the orgasm that causes an extent like a lot of energy, and then you have the ejaculation. Men think these are one thing. We correlate, especially men, we correlate orgasm to ejaculation, but that's not the case. And there's a lot of evidence out there to support this. I mean, I'm a living, I just told you, I can breathe, I can have the orgasm, do a certain breathing, and then I don't ejaculate. So I mean, I'm a living proof. um but yeah, just FYI, man, you can there's a difference between orgasm and ejaculation. And if you're a woman listening to this, yeah, invite your man to like sign up and become one of my mentees. But also, women, my girlfriend, my partner, has received similar results with each of the three things. Well, for her, there's only two. But long story short, your orgasms can get a lot better, a lot stronger, and you can maintain it, keep all that energy inside. So that's something very amazing. Love is connected to the intelligence. So I was already living through the heart for like a couple of years, right? And I mean, I'm a good-looking man, and I'm very honest, and I was living my true self. But I was picking up girls by telling them, "Hey, I have three girlfriends. You want to be my fourth?" Like that was literally my pickup line, and I was not lying. Like these were facts. So each girl I had relations with, like she knew she was one of. I mean, obviously it started one of two, one of three, one of four, and so forth. But they all knew, so there was no problem. Like I didn't go to sleep guilty or haunted by their energies, and none of that, because like they knew. So like we're adults. So if I tell you, hey, I have five girlfriends. You want to be my sixth girlfriend? What's up? And you say yes, like I didn't like that's your doing. Now whether or not you're being honest to me or not, like hey, well, that's where I get into what I'm about to say, but that's your responsibility, right? As an adult, you should take care of your own self. But that was the life I was living, right? But I really wanted to start manifesting faster and become more powerful, and it just kind of hit me like, and I was already talking to my current partner. Her name is Juliet, and she was really picking up what I was putting down. I mean, she was like the best mentee, best student in the world. She understands consciousness, how to live through the heart, elevated emotions. I mean, now she's at the place that she can, control her orgasms like a star. So my brain, I was in the office actually, and my brain was like, you know what, like love is an energy, and all these people you have relationships with, like they affect your energy, whether or not they're like they tell you to your face like, yeah, I accept it, like you don't understand how it affects them, and they're not being honest. So basically the revelation that I had is, if I want to manifest as fast as I want, well then I have to accept everything that I want in my life. So let me put this in perspective. We all want love sometime in our life, right? We want it after the career, after the money, etc. Fine, that's your life. But for me, I'm a little different. I was like, okay, so basically my health, my money, everything was already falling into place. The only thing was this little thing called relationships. So what I ended up doing was I accepted, okay, so I want money. So if there's any part in my life that I am not obtaining right now, then I am showing the universe that I don't want everything right now. So I was doing this, I was limiting myself, I was making a blockage with my relationships because I was having like five, six different relationships versus one. One relationship isn't for everybody, but in my heart, I knew that in the future, I wanted to have one partner. So, what's the secret? What's the relevance behind that? If I am consciously waiting till after the money, waiting, then I'm reflecting, I'm showing the universe I don't want to manifest. So, what did I do? I dropped everything and I chose the most intelligent. I like to say I'm a sexo, word, sapiosexual. I'm in love with someone's intelligence. Well, that's what I found through my partner. She's a reflection of me, and I'm a reflection of her. So I dropped all the girls and I chose one. Why? Not so much because it's hard to say, but basically I wanted to manifest now. So I showed myself that I'm going to manifest love now. And that's my little story with love. Um, and it happened. I mean, like, we're a great couple. We're amazing. We're building a dynasty. I couldn't be happier. And I mean, it also helped my money situation. Everything, every other aspect fell into place after this. My money was kind of good. Like, everything was like a 95%. Everything, which is pretty good for most people. After I accepted to accept love now versus after my money, in other words, manifest love now, everything went to 100%. And after this was actually also when I learned all these sexual tricks. So, ineffable. Ineffable, I invite you to look it up. I'm not sure what the dictionary meaning or the Google dictionary meaning is, but ineffable basically to me means life is so amazing. The experience you're having is so amazing. You don't even want to speak. You just want to be like, imagine being a statue, like, but living, like, because your life is so good and you're just like feeling these emotions and your life is so amazing and you just really can't put it in words. And this is really my life. I go to sleep like with a smile on my face, like the Joker. I go to sleep like this, and I wake up the same way, and my whole day is like this. And imagine being, so you can understand in perspective, imagine having tomorrow, imagine being 100% conscious that you were 100% happy 100% of your day. Like, that's big. That's not even like a dream to people. People don't even dream about happiness 100% of the day, 100% of the power, because like it's not even a reality. Because we're like our phone dies or we have traffic. Like, this level of happiness isn't even an idea. But that's the point of this channel because it is a possibility. I've done it. I share it. It's a possibility for everyone. Promise you. I'm just saying, like, it's not even a dream for many of us to just prove a point that I'm very blessed to have this reality, and it is ineffable. Like, I'm so grateful. The only way to show God, the universe, that how much I am blessed is to give it to others. So that's the point of this channel. And lastly, personal development. Um, this has been a love and hate relationship, honestly, for the reason that imagine doing like 100 amazing things, and then your brain presents like another thing, like, oh, well, do this, and your life is gonna be better. And you're just like, well, like, I'm already doing, and I've accepted to do 100 things. I don't want to go and do another thing. Like, I've already grown so much. Like, that's why it's been a love and hate relationship. Because that was me at some time. Like, I was working like 6 months, everything, personal development through the roof, and then I guess like I just got tired of like another thing and another thing and another thing. But it was like I was in that hump for like 1 month, and it was like with easy things. So that's what it showed me. Like, my life is so good because my unconscious can't present to me better ways at the moment, right? At the moment couldn't present to me nothing better to do than, hey, you should brush your teeth consciously, you should shower consciously. So I literally, like, I have a routine. Like, I built a conscious routine about how I brush my teeth. First it's my bottom row, from the outside, and then the top, and then like the inside, and then I go to the top, and I always start on this side, and then like it's so forth, but it's just doing it consciously. So, but I was so tired of, like, at some point for like a full month, like, I didn't want to hear anything else better because I thought I was already such a good person, right? But you know what? I was like, well, I'm silly. And then there's like the 1% factor. You can do 99% everything, but if you fail on one thing, you still fail. If there's something you know you should do and you know it's better, but you decide not to because you're lazy, because you're tired, because you've worked so hard, because you've made so much money already, because you've outworked yourself more than you've ever worked your whole life in 2 months, but you still don't decide to do the next thing, well, that's the 1% factor. You're not 100%. So I decided to live by this, and like, well, that has been my journey. This is the longest video I've made to date. I hope you don't mind it. If y'all like, I can definitely break down any one of these topics a lot further. I hope to do so in the future. Um, Remember that I love you. Remember that I have a coaching program. I have monthly master classes, and I also have a monthly membership with a group of individuals. I call them my family. We are beings living through the heart, creating elevated emotions for ourselves, uplifting the planet, and remember this experience is available to you. I have the experience, the knowledge, and the wisdom and the science behind all this mystical stuff. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Sadhguru. I mean, there's so much out there. The unified quantum field that I could share with you. So just hit me up and we can get you on your way. But I love you and thank you for spending your time with me today. Please share with me what topics you'd like for me to cover in the future. Share this video on your social media accounts, loved ones, family members, partners, and I hope to see you in the side of light. Goodbye.